What's poppin', yo? Some crazy news that comes out about Polo G once again. It's surprising how we continuously see some insane stuff. And this time with Polo G and another streamer. The streamer in question is Annoying TV. If you're not familiar with him, he was in the 2K space. I became acquainted with him or knew of him when he used to do these debates about hip-hop with academics all the time. I don't remember how many years ago this was. This was probably even before 2020. But I would see these clips, and he would just be talking to this guy. I'm like, who is this guy? And that's how I found out about Annoying. He's also a streamer. He's cool with Cenat, Rage, all those guys. Like that whole clique or side of streaming. He's been doing this thing for a very long time. He's relatively popular. He's somewhat inconsistent, so I think he hasn't blown up as big as these other guys. But that's who he is. And he's been a fan of hip-hop. He listens to hip-hop. He reacts to a lot of music. Well, what happened also, a lot of you probably found out about him, if you didn't already, last year. So around, I believe it was September, October, he got ran down on. Him and his homies, they were live streaming in real life in Toronto. And they were in the Sprinter van. And they got ran down on by some goons with the guns out and everything and pulled his homie out trying to rob him of jewelry. I don't believe that Annoying got robbed in this scenario. I think it was his homie that had his jewelry taken. This is when they closed the door. So the infamous, yo, close the door. And his homie's out there. And his homie's trying to run, catch up with the car. But they dipped. So this situation happened in September, October. Vlad TV is interviewing Whack 100 and he brings up Polo G and he puts out this information that's news to me. I didn't know this before. Annoying had previously talked about having an incident in LA that was a very traumatic experience for him. I think he got emotional on stream about it. And it had been recent. So what happened is Vlad TV tells the story that Trench Baby, who's Polo G's younger brother, who I believe is in jail right now facing a murder charge, in June of 2023 is when he had alleged to have committed that murder. Academics also was saying that Trench Baby was robbing and sticking up a ton of people in the industry using his brother's name. So in this case, Trench Baby, this was June that he did the alleged murder. In August of 2023, Vlad said that Trench Baby told, Trench Baby was linking up with Annoying. So Annoying was going to link up with Trench Baby. So because he thought he was going to get to do something with Polo G on a stream or something like that, which isn't a crazy assumption to make. At this point, I believe Polo G had already done maybe a YouTube video or a stream with Cenat, if I'm not mistaken. I know for a fact he had 100% did a stream with Zeus when he first met Aiden Ross. And then he did a separate stream with Aiden Ross. So he's already done something with two other streamers. It wouldn't be out of the question to expect that possibly this could happen for Annoying TV. So Annoying TV pulls up. I would play you guys the clip, but Vlad's going to hit me upside the head. You know, we have respect for Vlad's copyright here. We don't touch his gangsta on that. We don't test his gangsta. No Diddy. Pause on that touch. So I'm just relaying the story. He pulls up. Trench Baby pulls out these extended mags and robs Annoying of whatever he has. I don't know if that includes jewelry, because I think Annoying TV said he lost his jewelry or had something taken from him. But I don't know if it was jewelry because Vlad described it as taking his money. And then he also said he stuck up Annoying and told him to send him $50,000 from his PayPal to Trench Baby, which this kid is a moron. Imagine, there's nothing more traceable than, hey, send this money to this account, especially if you've been stuck up for it. So he sends the money. He goes on his way. This is August of 2023. So just a month later, this guy Annoying gets robbed in Toronto, which I feel so bad because I've talked to Annoying a couple of times in DMs. He's a really cool guy. I've actually met him randomly twice, and we didn't really talk too much, but he's a super cool guy, solid guy, nice guy, doesn't really harm anybody, just gives his genuine opinion. So it's sad that this happened. But Vlad was saying that he didn't want to tell on anybody because he was an up-and-coming streamer. But Annoying TV 2023, he had already been solidified. It's not like he was upcoming anymore. I don't know why he didn't want to tell on Trench Baby. I would have told him, yeah, you better get to the police station expeditiously. But he hits up Cenat to try to mediate the situation. And somehow the bank ends up giving annoying TV back to $50,000. I don't think he got the other money that he had allegedly been robbed for, and to fix the situation with Polo G. Then Vlad goes on to talk about his own run-in with Polo G. So Polo G decided to throw some comments at Vlad about him being police or whatever, and then Vlad runs into him at a bank. Vlad's already told this story on a separate interview. So he runs into Polo G at a bank, and he says, hey, let me talk to you for a second. Vlad says this, and Polo was with his little brother. So he goes, talks to Polo G, and he's like, yo, what's up? Like, why are you calling me this and that? They have a conversation. He takes his number. Vlad tries to text him, doesn't reply. So Vlad tells the story, and then Polo G hits up Vlad. And Polo G hits up Vlad, and Vlad is like, hey, here's my number. Call me when you can. We'll talk. So Vlad says that Polo G starts getting loud with him on the FaceTime call, like yelling at him and stuff, which is crazy. And Vlad's like, yo, I'm not going to talk to you like this if you're going to yell at me. So he just hangs up. Respect. I had the same run-in with a producer that someone else put me on the phone with. And this guy just starts yelling on the phone. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to hear you yelling. He's like, you don't know what I've done. I've done this. You think I give a damn what you've done? Get the hell out of here. So I hung up on that dude, never spoken to him since. He's tried to hit me up. Get the hell out of here. So that's the situation I have. I also had my own situation with Polo G. So anyway, Polo G starts going spamming text to Vlad, telling him, yo, we going to run into each other. You have to meet me here, this and that. And Vlad's like, yo, I'm not going to meet you, which, yeah, he should not be meeting you. But the run-in that I had, it wasn't a in-person running. But Polo G, he had DM'd me when the video came out, the videotape came out, footage of him getting arrested. I think it was his birthday or New Year's, and him being very, very disgusting behavior, to put it lightly. Sure, I'm not even the one that's very fond of police, but there's a level of decorum you carry yourself with. And this police officer was just doing his job, was not disrespectful in the slightest, didn't really speak, didn't say anything, and all Polo's talking about was, yeah, this is why you're broke. This is why you're a police officer. You know who I am. I've got this much money. I could buy you. I could take your wife. I could take whatever you've got. And it's just, you're just gross. You're grossed out hearing what this guy is saying. You're like, this is pathetic. And I echoed that. I said that in the video. And a lot of people agreed. And some people thought, hey, this is just a lapse of judgment. Polo G seemed very drunk. Maybe this is how he gets when he's drunk. It's not a common thing. Well, it seems to be a common thing because he was going at Vlad like this. When Vlad was trying to be very civil with him, he just told the story, which doesn't make Polo G look bad in any light. Polo G's younger brother's robbing people off of his name. Polo G just got caught with a gun charge in New York City, leaving it, and the cleaner finds it in the hotel. But after I made this video, keep in mind, Polo G was getting a lot of hate for a while. When they were calling him Piano G, they were saying he's making the same music. And I have historically shown love to Polo G music. That was probably, if we're talking 80-20, I would say 90% of the content that I made about Polo G was favorable towards him musically in a time when most people were just clowning him for the music. Never hit me up about that, which is cool. I don't expect you to. But then you hit me up about this. So he goes on a long tirade in DMs. I know I still have the DMs. I don't think I'll put them out there, not because I'm fond of Polo G or anything. It's just not something I really want to go look through, and I just don't really want to put that on my reputation. Like, oh, I'm exposing DMs. But he goes on a tirade in DMs, sends me like 10 DMs talking about, oh, you should watch what you say, this and that, sending me my post on Instagram. Like 10. I open the message, I read it, and I just close it. Because I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Number one, whenever I said anything positive about him, he had never hit me up like, yo, appreciate that. So now I'm not going to address you. Get the hell out of here. And number two, what do I look like arguing with you? My opinion's not going to change. I saw the video. That's what I thought of the video. And if he played me the video and he was with me, I would say, yeah, that's whack behavior. I'm not going to sit there and lie and be like, nah, yeah, you know, that cop was tripping. You deserve to tell him all these disrespectful things. What? Get the hell out of here. So that was another indicator to me that Polo G might be unhinged. And this is the thing. I feel like a lot of you guys that have watched me over a long period of time, like there are people that just come in here, maybe see one or two things and then assume certain things about my opinions. But you know, I'm really not a genuine hater, right? Even if I've tried my best to be very, very fair to any artist I'm talking about. Even if we talk about artists that I have been critical of over an extended period of time, let's say Coi Leray, right? Since day one, I have always echoed the statement that Coi Leray's father has nothing to do with her career, has nothing to do with her success, and if anything, she succeeded in spite of her father, Benzino, not due to him. And people, regular people that aren't even like Coi Leray haters, I guess, will say, oh, nah, she's an industry plant, her dad helped her. Her dad didn't help anything. So that's one thing I've said about Coi Leray. I've also said that her music has gotten better. Like the last album that she had, it was significantly better, the Coi album, because I think she recently released an EP. I didn't check that one out. So while I am critical, whenever there is something that I genuinely deem to be worthy of praise, respect, improvement, anything of that nature, I will come out and say it publicly, not just keep it to myself. I just feel like that's fair. Plus, I don't have any personal dealings with these people. Like even Polo G, right? He came at me crazy. Man, if Polo G releases some heat, I'm going to say Polo G's releasing some heat. But Polo G is just, what is the guy even doing? Has he even been releasing music? He hasn't, I don't even know if he's released a single. Forget an album. The guy's facing a gun charge. His family situation is insane. And the reason why we even have to talk about it is because his family is in his business. So what has he released recently? What, To the Grave? This isn't even, this is like a feature that he did. This guy hasn't dropped anything. So he's in a great position. Oh, no, he has dropped a couple of songs this year. Yeah, these songs did nothing. And Polo G is a good rapper, which is the confusing part about it. Is somebody like this that's trying to be a gangster with Vlad and trying to press people when nobody demands that of Polo G. So hopefully Polo G can get it together. Otherwise, he does not have a bright future ahead of himself. He's already solidified himself with multiple hits. So, of course, he's not struggling financially at all. But when you think about rappers and you're saying, oh, yo, who are the rappers that are young and doing their thing in the game right now? I don't think Polo G would have come as a name to people if I just asked you guys randomly without watching this video. I don't think you'd think Polo G. You'd probably think Lil TJ before Polo G. And Lil TJ probably wouldn't even come up. So that just goes to show somebody that had such a hot streak coming in is, I wouldn't say nowhere to be. Yeah, is nowhere to be found right now in the conversation when he could be if he wanted to. That's the problem. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Man, annoying, suffering like 2 traumatic incidents within a 1 month period, 45-day period. Feel bad for the dude. Hope he holds his head up and doesn't chill with rappers ever again. This is also another thing. Yo, who's Trench Baby? Like, come on. I was going to say one of the points that I was going to make is maybe it's a good thing Annoying TV didn't tell on Trench Baby because it allowed for Trench Baby to commit the alleged murder, which would send him in prison for way longer, right? And now Trench Baby will probably get 20 plus years, assuming that he gets convicted. But I can't even say that because the robbery happened after the guy did the murder, allegedly. The murder was in June of 2023. This was in August of 2023. This guy was getting busy. Man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.